In relation to that, the entanglement phenomenon that people experience when they lose a limb or they have a heart transplant, there's these ghostal.
And then they behave like the
Yeah,
person whose
yeah.
body part was impinged on them.
Yeah.
And that's been known
Yeah.
for many, many years.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Because with transplantation, you're bringing in the informational field of the person whose organ or whose limb or whatever you've been given
Yeah.
in order for you to use it mechanically.
Yeah.
But emotionally, spiritually, that belongs to someone else.
Yeah.
So, and it's
Yeah.
amazing. People talk about this, and there are so many examples of this. There are lots of examples on the internet. If you want to see this, it's very interesting. Where people have had transplants, heart transplant, lung transplant, liver transplants, any organ transplanted into that body. The person gets some of the traits of the personality of the person
Yeah.
that gave that organ to them
Yeah.
for them to get fixed.
Yeah.
And isn't that amazing?
Entanglement.
It's entanglement again. But we are not our bodies. That's what I'm saying. We can, I mean, these are parts that make our body.
Yeah.
But we're not those parts.
Yes.
You got a heart, but you're not your heart. You got a brain, but you're not your brain. So, what are these things? Antennas. They pick up information. And there is something that is very exciting, and I would like to show a video later where we'll have this amazing talk put into images. Okay, because when I'm talking about images, I'm talking about everything else. And what is that everything else? I'm talking about the integration of energy. Okay? Because this happens right from the beginning. The sperm that give you shape, that came from your dad, and the egg that came from your mom, that gave you shape, so that the two together did just this.
Yeah.
And they form an energy field within that womb. And as a consequence of that, you form inside your mom's womb, and 9 months later, boom, you come as a baby.
Yeah.
But this is all done before it happens.
Yes.
And why does it have to be done before it happens? This is amazing. This is 3 generations, number 3 for you. When you have a woman, that woman has already the potential to become pregnant. Let's say she becomes pregnant. When she's pregnant with her baby, she's pregnant with another being inside of her who at the same time is developing organs and tissues and all that so that she can be born as a baby. Along that process of formation, that beautiful being that is inside the mother is going to form cells again that will give birth to the eggs that the baby's baby will have when she has the time to become a woman.
Yeah.
3 generations down the track.
Yeah.
So the mother is pregnant not once, but 3 times. She's pregnant with her baby's baby, as well as her own pregnancy.
Yeah.
And that's just amazing.
So they all carry the concentric seed of life.
Because they all carry that seed of life. And we come all the way back generationally. And we found in books such as the Bible, for example, that there is a scripture there that points this out, and it's found in Exodus 34:7. And what does it say? That all these trends that we call genetics come from 7 generations before you.
Number 7.
Number 7 again. Number 7 completes a cycle.
Yeah.
And we have it in our ergonomics.
Yeah.
Because we know in kinesiology, which is part of what we'll use in order to prove how this is working. Kinesiology is muscle movement. We can actually see how the whole thing works together because it cannot have any contradictions. Why? Because you are perfect in the way you were created. Yeah. And every single thing resonates and entangles with everyone else and everything else so that you're one with everything and everything is one with you.
Yeah, it's interesting too, just to add to that really quickly, that this whole dynamic is subject to periods and cycles.
Exactly.
Of a time domain, which is very interesting that the number 7 is the 7th, the diminished 7th before the next harmonic.
Exactly.
It's one whole expression of a cycle and a period, right?
That's right, and that's why you have 7 notes in music.
Okay.
The sounds is do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, 7 notes. And then, surprise, surprise, you got 7 notes that sounds.
Yeah.
Now what about light?
Yeah.
Light has a visible spectra that you can measure.
Yeah.
And that goes from 400 nanometers for the blue or violet and all the way down to 750 nanometers for the red.
So it really is a musical universe.
And all of a sudden, when you have that,
Yeah.
you got also 7 colors.
Yes.
And therefore, you can ascribe each color to each note.
Yes.
So dot becomes red, and red becomes orange. And mi, or if you are used to the other system, C becomes red, B becomes orange, E becomes yellow,
Right.
F becomes green,
Mhm.
then G becomes blue.
Right.
G is blue, and that's an amazing thing because that G is using music for everything.
Yeah. And
So much
symbology.
so
And symbology.
that is the key of G
Yeah.
when you look at music,
Yeah.
which is blue.
Yeah.
And blue we know is a color
Yeah.
that resonates with everything that is calm and beautiful.
Yeah.
Think of a blue sky, think of the blue nurses,
Right.
think of the blue, the sky is blue, as we said it, the sea is blue, as we say, it's not blue, but we
Yeah.
see it blue, and I will explain that later.
Yeah.
But there are as to why that's not the case, but it seems to be the case.
Yeah.
And now, if you follow on to the colors, by the time you get to the violet,
Mhm.
you will be talking about the note of B, which is T, or the C, in Spanish and Italian and French and Portuguese is C, but in English is T.
Mhm.
The last beat before you get the octave,
Mhm.
to go back to square one and form
Yeah.
harmonics.
Mhm.
And then you can have the chromatic scale that brings the 2 and the 3.
Yeah. And then
So
there's
in total
in between all that dynamic are semitones, which are the subtleties and the predominant states of those polarization as it expresses itself through those chromatic scales.
Mm-hmm.
So there are subtleties in between
There's
all of
color.
that.
There's color.
Yeah.
There's music.
Yeah.
There's color.
Hues, temperatures, same thing.
Yeah, exactly. So once you have all this is all here. Okay?
Okay.
And let me just go back and one step backwards. We're talking about relating all this, which is the physics of it,
Okay.
in terms of vorticial energy based on Newton's third law of dynamics, meaning of movement, okay, to something that is amazing. And we talk a little bit about harmonics, and we're going to talk a little bit about waves now.
Okay.
And the reason we talk about waves is because through a wave we can represent energy. Energy moves through waves, and particles move through structures we call mass. They have mass, this matter,
Yes.
and they congregate themselves and they form different shapes. And all the shapes have different angles, and all the angles bring different forms, and the forms bring different functions, and the functions give you the anatomy of the
Okay.
stuff.
I got a quick question.
Yes.
Does light travel?
No, it doesn't.
So it's
Light
like
is
it's a
constant.
rarefaction.
Yes.
Okay.
Because light doesn't travel. What travels is the mass within the space, because that's something that is propelled by love.
Right.
But
so it's like a
because
wave through
light-
the ocean.
Yeah, but because
The water
that's
doesn't reach the shore, the wave reaches.
exactly right.
Okay.
You got it.
Okay, I get it.
But not only that, there's something even better than that.
Okay.
What is light? What is it?
Energy.
I'm going to let you answer that.
Photonics, photons,
Yeah.
quanta, packages of energy condensing one little thing we call a photon,
Information.
which is information, the informational field. Information, in the process of being formed.
Yeah.
Now, light comes from radiation
Mhm.
because it's radiated out from energy that is contained within a system when it hits by another energy source, so that the conversation between the two expresses itself
Yes.
as a light.
Yeah.
Okay? And that light is everywhere and is everything.
Yeah.
And they are saying God is the light of the world. You know, you are the light of the world. And then there'll be light. And there's a difference between darkness and light. And they say light is the essence of darkness, and darkness is the essence of light. So all of a sudden you got these dualisms that begin to shape themselves into something magnificent.
Right.
The law of duality.
Yes.
Everything has a dual.
Yeah.
Yes, no. There's no yes, there's no.
Yeah.
It's only what is there is what it is, but you give it the connotation based on where you are observing this from.
Yeah. And you see it in number systems too, where there's a palindromicity within one number has its complement number.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they talk, and that's harmonics.
Yes.
In music, is
Same thing.
is the same. The 7, the 5, and the 3s in that instance.
Yeah.
You know, so you can form your major and your minors,
Yes.
and you can find chords that go up and